Go plow yourself.
Meve's ears caught the sound of a ruckus coming from the camp.
Thief! Inglet! A pox upon you all!
It was her quartermaster hurling oaths at the peasants she had freed from the Nilfgaardian slave
So
convoy.
half my money.
A few had stolen supplies under the cover of darkness and escaped into the woods. Terror and dread gripped the other freed prisoners. Meve mulled over what to do with them, and Reynard, as always, offered some advice.
What did
It is high time they went off on their own, your grace. They are too great a hindrance. They slow our march, divert our soldiers from more important tasks. And now this.
Gascon was listening to their conversation. Meve shot him a questioning look.
I opposed taking them in. So, for consistency, I now oppose forcing them to leave. We made their miserable lives our responsibility, did we not? Well then, that is a burden we cannot simply shrug off.
True that. Let them stay.
Let us not mince words. We cast off these peasants now, they shall die.
Meve said in the end.
Let them stay. But I want them watched. They cause any more trouble, military justice they shall face. Understood?
Mm-hmm. They're now considered
The
soldiers.
freed prisoners sighed with relief. The infantrymen assigned to watch over them, however, grumbled their disapproval of the Queen's decision.
Tis an army, not a shelter.
They said. Meve's ears surely caught the complaint. But the Queen had never let the opinions of others guide her in such matters, trusting only her own judgment.
It's fine. What are you sad? It's fine, we prayed. We prayed. Wood. And a dog. Doggo. How you do?
Not liking the looks of this.
Gascon said, furrowing his brow. Meve followed his gaze. Before them, beside the road, stood a hut with a scorched thatch roof.
Why?
Huts abandoned, yet dried fruit and mushrooms hang from the eaves. Famine raging all around and no one's been tempted. I'd send a scout if I were you.
The Queen did as Gascon suggested, and sent 3 infantrymen to reconnoiter. They entered the hut and found only silence, that was soon broken by a blood-curdling growl. The soldiers ran out at full speed, tripping over their own legs. Meve drew her sword, convinced a horde of neckers or ghouls would soon attack. But her fears proved unfounded. Instead of monsters, out of the hut came a shaggy dog, a torn scrap of fabric clutched in its teeth.
Milady.
One of the soldiers began, his face red with embarrassment and his hands covering a hole in his breeches.
Was dark as a well inside, and that hound,
Why
it jumped out at us, all of a sudden biting it and snapping.
Underpants exposed.
Bad boy!
Gascon said with a smile,
Western.
then pulled a hunk of dried sausage from his bag. Bought by this generous offering, the dog calmed down at once. Further examination showed the dog was the hut's only resident. Like many others in Aedirn, its owners had disappeared without a trace. Their loyal mutt still guarded the premises, waiting for his master's return.
Let's take him with us.
Yeah.
Gascon said.
Otherwise, he'll die here, of his own hunger or someone else's.
Take the dog.
A watchful sentry like this could prove useful in our camp.
Said the Queen.
He's the little
Fine.
mascot.
He can join. But he shall need a name.
How about Reynard?
Proposed Gascon. A cheeky grin smeared across his face.
That way, he'll come when you call, sit on command, and always be a heel. Always heel, that is.
Watch your words,
Said Reynard, hand tightly gripping the hilt of his sword.
or you'll learn I'm not at all as tame as you believe.
Enough, both of you. That's an order. As for you,
The Queen took a good look at the dog, who still had a scrap of fabric in his teeth.
since it seems you've a taste for the cloth of the nether regions, I dub you Knickers. Will that do?
The dog wagged its tail vigorously, as if thoroughly pleased with its new name.
Knickers.
Meve's company marched off, a furry new recruit richer.
Oh my days. He's adorable. He's got a helmet of bones. We've got a little puppy. Oh. This is like a church. Oh, no. Oh, yep. Oh. Oh. Wait, what? Okay, by hand. By floating hand. Some wood. Where's a puzzle? Is that the puzzle? And the loot? Oh, it's like a necker or a drowner? What are you? It's a foglet. In order to evade Nilfgaardian patrols, Meve veered from the main road. Mesito, however, presents other dangers. The Lyrians lost their way riding through a mist-draped forest. Following a narrow, overgrown path, they stumbled upon a ruined homestead. It appears abandoned, yet there's the foglet though. It's ancient foglet. And I can't die. Me, the queen. Eliminate the ancient foglet. Oh, he's got a lot of health. Give one charge to the card to the right. A wagon, a Volkswagen. Oh. Every turn onto an end, move one road towards the opponent. If on the melee road, destroy a random Palestine instead. If there is no Palestine, destroy me. Death Wish. Damage the ancient foglet by 5. Oh.
This could hurt.
Every turn onto an end, move one forward towards the opponent. Right, okay. Damage the enemy unit by 2. If it dies, let it go.
Bigger they
Oh, well,
are,
Slinger
easier they are to target.
They will cross the road. Fire. Bugger. Wait.
Left, right, left. What now?
Oh, no, I had to put him here. I was pointing my hand at the screen. There's no way we've won that now. Yeah, we're just there. No, we can't. How do we restart? Hello? Pass? I think I had practically done it well. Well, right. Okay, bam. Boop, boop. And then we go Flamer.
I smell a leak.
In. Then we go boop.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Bam. Bam. And then we go bam. We got you. There.
Pointy end upwards, right?
Yeah. Okay. So then we want to go.
Gonna
you.
need 3 buckets of nails, a tub full of pegs.
Boom. And then end turn. And boom, boom. Then you want to go. And we won. We didn't even have to use this last card. We could have done extra. We could have over one. You're dead. You're dead, Foglet. First, leave the place at once, it's cursed. No. She said, see you later, boy. This is a cursed forest. It's full of elves that wanna smash my face. Nice table? Okay.
Yes?
Reload.
This Eldane. Could you tell me about him?
Fill me in.
He should hang.
I'd hope to hear advice that will be useful to us in battle.
First of all, you can't rightly trust the bastard. He doesn't respect our laws, doesn't share our morals. The king once dispatched an envoy to Eldain, despite my advice to the contrary. Found the envoy the next day, eyes gouged out, shaft of his white flag jammed down his throat.
Ew.
So, diplomacy's clearly not the wisest course. But what of battle? What tactics does he employ?
Like all elves, he's a worm. Avoids open confrontation, sets ambushes, attacks from the shadows, from midst the trees. It'll be best to burn this whole forest to the ground, deprive him and his folk of cover, any place to hide.
Sounds rather drastic. Like tossing the babe out with the bath.
Believe me, they'd not hesitate to do the same to us. Not for a moment.
Fair enough.
Rayla, how are you holding up?
Not certain I understand what you mean.
You just had your town
All
burnt to
Edern
the
is
ground.
aflame. Nilfgaard's banners fly over its cities. Don't tell me you're not troubled.
Of course I'm troubled. I stationed at Rosberg for 5 years. Knew all on the crew there by name. But
They're all dead.
that's war. That's its nature. No sense bemoaning it.
No sense
see.
bemoaning it.
Just know if ever you wish to talk.
I won't. But I do appreciate your concern, ma'am.
I must
I
go.
must go. We'll speak later.
I'm gonna talk to
Your
the
Majesty,
engineer.
I've been meaning to thank you for allowing me to join your ranks.
Certainly, Xavier. I welcome all foes of Nilfgaard to march beneath my banner. But what did the field surgeon say? Have you not resumed work too soon?
I've strength enough to wield a hammer, though my scars still burn, and fiercely so. My lady, I've seen folk turn and frown at the very sight of me. If my appearance disgusts you, I can...
Nonsense. The Nilfgaardians, not you, should be ashamed. You've no reason to hide, no reason to cower.
I'm glaring.
Thank you, my lady. It means a great deal to hear that.
You've long served in King Demoven's army, haven't you?
Yes, your grace.
Why enlist at all? What prompted you to do so?
The king needed engineers. I answered the call.
Not terribly talkative, are you?
I can build any bridge, any ballista, but to talk,
Hurts.
well, it hurts to talk.
I see. Well, do not worry. I prefer deeds to words, in myself and others.
Well,
Other
goodbye.
matters await my attention.
As you wish, my lady.
Goodbye, Burnface. Okay, can we afford any... What is this? Lyrian Horn. Boost allies by 2 and damage enemies by 2. How often, though? That's a potion thing. Oh wait, can I add Nickers to the party? Yeah. And the engineer maybe? Okay, yeah. What else can we add? Nah. Nah. Heal allies missing by 2. Yeah, that sounds right. Where are the drummer boys? We don't have any. What do we need to get drummer boys? Drum. Drummers? No. Drummers? No. Oh jeez. Oh my god. Training grounds. Oh, I feel like I should have got this earlier. Bowman? Wait, I made Bowman already. What? Hey, what? I'm actually long old, but I have a tremendous amount of wood. Is there loot up there?
Meve
Oh,
and her
yes.
companions neared the Moulderwood, a dense, ancient forest of trees whose tangled branches had witnessed the conjunction of the spheres. It was not until King Vidamont's day that a road was finally carved through the primeval thicket, significantly shortening the journey from Rosberg to Aldersberg.
Even when peace reigns, danger rules this road.
Rayla said.
Now no one dares travel it.
At the edge of the wood, by the road, stood an enormous willow. Its branches swept down to cover its trunk, looking for all the world like long tresses shrouding a woman's face. Meve had an ill premonition.
Didn't click.
She did not like the sickly sweet aroma wafting from this tree, nor the metallic buzzing of insect wings.
Metallic.
She sent a scout to investigate. He drew aside the drooping branches
Oh my
and stumbled
lordy.
back. There were men bound to the tree, covered in sap oozing from gashes in its trunk. Its heavy scent had attracted swarms of
like that
insects,
still.
flies, wasps, bees and beetles. They seethed over the bound men, crawling in and out of their ears and nostrils.
Eldane welcomes us to his wood.
Rayla whispered. Meve stepped towards the tree and saw the men stuck to it were all still alive. Those the elves had caught recently writhed and howled for rescue. Those hanging longer merely followed the queen with half-crazed, bloodshot eyes.
Freedom.
Well, are you to stand there all day?
Meve screamed to her dumbstruck Lyrians.
Free them, at once!
Her soldiers needed no more prompting and set about sawing at the ropes with their blades. As soon as they had freed the first captive, before even a word of thanks could be uttered, a flaming streak soared through the air and stuck in the tree. The oozing resin burst into flames, engulfing the prisoners as well as the soldiers who had come to their aid. Elder speech battle cries rang out from the woods as elven warriors launched their attack.
It's a trap!
Cried Reynard.
Defend the queen!
Wow. They just torched the people they'd punished and my men. The Lyrians fought in a inferno, choking and drowning in a sea of crimson smoke, surrounded by the horrific screams of men whose skin had begun to melt and warp. Ambushing elves appeared as specters. Black paint streaked across their faces, eyes smoldering with a hatred for humans. They hate me. It's rude. Okay. What do you do? Choose a card with an order. Give it a charge. I think I actually have cards with an order. Let's get rid of this. Hold on to him for now. Get rid of this. Him.
Keep your heads in the fight! They'll seek to blind us with shock and awe!
It's a short battle. Damaging by 2. If it was already boosted, damaged by 6 dead. I mean, if I was boosted? Create a bronze card. Ooh, let's go this. Knickers! When you play a golden card, summon Knickers from your decks. Unit may raid your hand for yummy treats. Knickers. Oh, we should probably put them all in the same turn. 10. Oop. Damage your enemy unit by 6. Oh. Oh.
Nay, Duanve camest.
Well, if I kills him, she did. So I guess we'll light one of them.
This could hurt.
None shall tread on us!
Green, I could be yellow and brown.
Kill them! Kill them all!
Well, that's actually helpful because he boosts up while he's while things are taking damage. So let's leave this in that row so it can die and boost him. Okay.
Now we will see who is weak!
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks. We flung. Damaging by 6. Let's play our firing dude as well. We'll put him on you. Wait, why did he level up? Whenever a non-elf unit is destroyed. Ooh. Ow. Upside down card. Ow. Both can boost. Bitches. I guess we want to play Gold Boy, because...
Getting to work.
Ow, 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 ow. Oh, that's fine. Let's... How many turns does it go down? 5 turns. 1. I don't know. I should have used this last turn. Poor little Nick is getting burned.
I'll feed you to the crows!
Okay. Now we want to fling. Fling. Oh no. He died to fire. That's rough. Matey.
Death to Old One!
play this horn. 2-star dudes kill their dudes. Ow.
Have strength, my love.
What the frick frack? If we play this here.
One bolt.
Oh, actually, if we swap. That
Give me a target.
And it casts me getting damage taken. I like that. There's no way.
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
What did she do? After turn, it's going to start. Damage stations by 6. If any were destroyed, move to the other side of the battlefield. Okay, well she's going to move anyway.
Storm knock out one of your teeth.
So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Oh, she's not going to move across because she's only going to damage him, and he's not going to die. And then we got this 49 card. He is so strong to have taken in that fight. So we literally won without him, and he's more than double so. Oh my days. I was going to play him.
The unworthy shall be punished.
Don't let them regroup! Finish off the wounded!
Oh, I never noticed he's chasing a dragon.
The battle done, Meve surveyed the carnage, her breath still ragged. The thick stench of blood, sap, and ash she sucked in made her stomach churn and head swoon.
The Scoia'tael. I'd heard of their cruelty, but...
The queen said, sheathing her sword.
But never have I countenanced a thing like this.
Black Rayla, who had just extracted her blade from between an elven gorilla's ribs, smiled darkly.
Worst is yet to come, my lady.
Cool.
The queen regrouped her forces and marched into the Moulderwood. The Lyrians sang none of their usual marching songs. Instead, they walked in silence, eyes darting constantly to their flanks.